This new update will be the biggest change we have ever seen on the Donut SMP. So lately, one of Donut SMP's developers, our chief Pedro, has been live streaming while working on the expansion of the world borders. This new update will not only make the map so much bigger, but it will also change the entire server's economy. Right now, the borders are very small. The overworld border sits at only 225,000 blocks away from 0, 0, the nether at 57,000 and the end at 175,000. These extremely small borders have made limited resources extremely valuable, producing sky-high prices for rare items like elytras, dragon heads and netherite. At one point, top prices for an elytra were almost reaching 500 million, with netherite ingots going for 11 million each. This has made a border expansion necessary for a very long time, as most of the elytras and netherite already have been collected across the whole map. The developer, our chief Pedro, who has been streaming while working on the border expansion system, recently outlined the intentions of this update during a stream and some important details. Just listen.
The border is gonna be 100% ready. I'm not saying it's gonna launch, but it's gonna be 100% ready on the next 3 weeks. That's it. But I'm gonna explain to the people on the stream the limitations we have. So there's many things that we are currently gonna have issues with, and I'm gonna give you guys the examples. First, the number of machines. We need to get rid of the limitation of machines within the next 3 weeks, because we have a current limitation of 256 machines, and we need to bump this count to at least 300 so that we can release the world border with enough CPU capacity to handle the people like walking around. The second one is so the world border is not as simple as you guys think, because when we do the world border, we're not just gonna simply remove the expand the world border. Many changes to Donut SMP comes with the change of the world border. So it's not simply expanding it, just, hey, here you go, minus 30 million, 30 million. There's many other things that are currently just existing, but that we have to actually fix. One example is the nether portals. Right now, they don't 100% work like vanilla does, and that's going to be an issue because the vanilla world border is not clear to me right now, and at the time when we wrote it, it wasn't either. So we actually have to write it in a way that it's going to work exactly like vanilla does. And because Donut SMP works different than vanilla, because we have the Goliaths, we're going to have to actually rewrite it and then fix the software problem. So
Wait,
that's
Pedro,
okay. What's up?
Keep expanding. If you guys manage to fix what you're working on right now, or like get it to work, how big is the border actually going to be?
We already said it. The border is gonna be vanilla.
How much is vanilla? Like 30 million?
Minus 30 million to 30 million. That's the vanilla border. And it's in the end and in the nether.
Like,
yes.
in the end and in the nether as well.
Yes. It's 17,000 times bigger than the current space that Donut SMP has.
So basically he's saying the border in all dimensions will be expanding to normal vanilla scale, meaning the overworld is going from 225,000 all the way to 30 million. That's a massive 120 times increase in scale. This means there will be so much more new end cities, fresh Asian debris, and all these rare limited resources that are so rare now will be obtainable by everyone. This would make the supply skyrocket, and the value of these once rare items will collapse like crazy, potentially creating an economic crash on the current largest Minecraft server. This crash will mainly affect the wealthy players who have been holding these rare items for a very long time. Their stashes could lose huge value and almost become worthless overnight. But on the other hand, newer players will be able to progress so much faster than ever before, because they now have accessibility to these once rare items that were previously only obtainable after days, if not weeks of playtime. But the real winners from this world border expansion will actually be the players who take advantage of this new update. Players who are ready for the expansion with Elytras and to raid all these new end cities will quickly get their hands on new Elytras that can be sold immediately for so much money. But no one actually knows how low the prices of the Elytras will go when everyone just can obtain them so easily. The announcement of the world border expansion to 30 million has created a lot of controversy in the community. Many old veteran players are very upset, feeling like all the work they put in will now be lost overnight. Most agree that the world borders need to be expanded, but expanding all the way to 30 million is just insane. Many have suggested something more reasonable like 1 or 5 million blocks instead of crashing the entire economy at once. And I also agree that 1 to 5 million blocks instead of 30 million is a way better option and will make more players happy overall. So the real question is whenever this expansion will break or actually make DonutSMP's future. Should power and money on the DonutSMP come from rarity and holding items or from what players can accomplish with equal opportunity? Because once the borders are expanded, yeah, there's no going back. How big do you think the border expansion should be? Tell us in the comments, and if you want more breakdown videos on the DonutSMP like this, subscribe.